Alderman Arledge.
Here.
Alderman Guerin.
Here.
Alderman Losh.
Here.
Alderman Bushman.
Here.
We have a quorum. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
approval of the minutes of the previous meeting.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of previous meeting, May 13th, 2025.
I second. Alderman Bushman makes a motion to approve the May 13th, 2025 regular legislative session. Alderman Losh, second the motion. Alderman Arledge.
Yes.
Alderman Guerin.
Yes.
Alderman Losh.
Yes.
Alderman Bushman.
Yes.
Minutes of the previous May 13th, 2025 meeting has been approved. Approval of the May 2025 utility adjustments.
I make a motion to approve the May 2025 utility adjustments. I second.
Alderman Losh makes a motion to approve the 2025 utility adjustments. Alderman Guerin, second the motion. Alderman Arledge.
Yes.
Alderman Guerin.
Yes.
Alderman Losh.
Yes.
Alderman Bushman.
Yes.
Utility adjustments for May 2025 are approved. Approval of the May 2025 financials.
I make a motion to approve the May 2025 financials. I second.
Alderman Losh makes a motion to approve the May 2025 financials. Alderman Guerin, second the motion. Alderman Arledge.
Yes.
Alderman Guerin.
Yes.
Alderman Losh.
Yes.
Alderman Bushman. The May 2025 financials are approved. Are there any public comments, sir?
Negative.
So the first reading of bills and ordinances. Bill number 2025-03, an ordinance of the Board of Aldermen of the City of Sparta, Missouri, approving and appointing Becky Besser as the city clerk of Sparta, Missouri.
You did that last month.
You go.
Yeah.
Yes.
She just wants to keep hearing us.
I thought so, so we read through it.
Never mind then. You make this video. Never mind.
We changed our mind.
We changed our minds now.
Alright.
Make it okay. I make a motion to place bill number 2025-03 on its first reading by title and description only.
Second.
Alderman Guerin makes a motion to place ordinance 2025-03 on its first reading by title and description only. Alderman Bushman, second the motion. Alderman Arledge.
Yes.
Alderman Guerin.
Yes.
Alderman Losh.
Yes.
Alderman Bushman.
Yes.
Bill number 2025-03, an ordinance of the Board of Aldermen of the City of Sparta, Missouri, approving and appointing Becky Besser as city clerk of Sparta, Missouri. That was my question. Yeah, that was first. I had to read it again. I had to read it like that.
He does seem like that.
Yeah. So now,
I move to give the second and final reading of resolution 2025-03 by title and description only. I second.
Alderman Losh makes the motion to place ordinance 2025-03 on its second and final reading by title and description only. Alderman Guerin, second the motion. Alderman Arledge.
Yes.
Alderman Guerin.
Yes.
Alderman Losh.
Yes.
Alderman Bushman.
Yes.
Bill number 2025-03, an ordinance of the Board of Aldermen of the City of Sparta, Missouri, approving and appointing Becky Besser as the city clerk of Sparta, Missouri.
I make a motion to adopt bill number 2025-03.
I second. Alderman Guerin makes a motion to adopt ordinance 2025-03. Alderman Losh, second the motion. Alderman Arledge.
Yes.
Alderman Guerin.
Yes.
Alderman Losh.
Yes.
Alderman Bushman.
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-03 is adopted. There are no resolutions, ceremonial matters, there are none. Report from the police department.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hope you had a great day today.
You too.
Every day's what you make of it, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so calls for services were up a little bit over the last month from last year. We had 355 calls. We wrote 46 citations and we made 22 arrests last month. Some of the things I want to talk about today, just something that's come to our mind. We've been working on the budget, getting it done, as you're going to vote on it here in just a little while, is that our budget for the last this will be our third year, has not increased at all as far as how much revenue has come into through the sales tax and through the police department funds. So we are a little concerned with where things are going as far as how much money we have because of inflation. So that's just to say that's the right word, inflation. So in 23 and 24, our budget was the same as it is for 25 and 26. So it's a little bit of a concern. So we're going to keep an eye out closely on that to see how things are going because things ain't getting cheaper. Second thing is, last year we applied for the local law enforcement block grant, and what we applied for was the block camera systems. And what it is an automated system that they'll put stationary cameras in town. There'll be 3 of them that we were awarded the grant, and they will be placing 3 of those cameras in the next 45 days around town. There'll be one north on Highway 5, from my hometown, not here, North 125 Highway up by Reed Road, and it will catch all incoming traffic into town. It'll take a picture of all the license plates and the vehicle description of the car. And the second one will be at 125 South and 14, and then the third one will be out at 00, just inside the city limits, out by 00 Highway. And what that's going to do is give us real-time information. It will notify us of any stolen vehicles, any wanted persons or people that are tied to a vehicle that would be coming into town as a protected tool that we can use. Let's give us real-time information to a cell phone or to your MDT in your car saying that, hey, there's a car coming, this is what the vehicle looks like, and it's got warrants attached to it, or it's stolen or something like that. So we're very thankful that we were awarded that grant, and hopefully that'll be, I know that MoDOT has already done their site surveys. We've already had the application approved through MoDOT, so we're just waiting on installation. So that should be coming sometime very soon. Last month, I asked you guys to sign a declaration of supporting law enforcement. It's called the Blue Shield Program, and you guys did so. I followed through with that last month, or at early into this month, and we have already been granted the Blue Shield Program designation, and which we posted on our Facebook page, and we'll put it up. We're trying to get the Chamber of Commerce to put it up on the sign, stuff like that, showing that we have been given that award through Governor Kehoe Governor Kehoe. And lastly, I talked to you last month about Officer Guy White starting. He's been on shift for a couple weeks now. Things are going really well. He's training with Officer O'Malley. So things are looking really good there. And as always, if you have anything that you would like to talk about for me to discuss or something like that, let me know a couple of weeks in advance, and I'll bring it up and we'll use it in this time frame to talk about. Any questions for me? All right, thank you.
Thank you. Gage?
So we are in the final week before the 4th of July event. That's this Saturday. It starts at 1 o'clock. We have 6 food vendors, number of craft vendors, lots of games planned, cakewalk, sack race, eating contests, you name it. As you saw on the agenda, some other big news. We have 3 members leaving, so we're going to appoint some new folks. Now, I was doing the math earlier, and I think that's about 10 years of service and knowledge that we're losing. So it's going to be a big shift for us going forward. And then also, I've been working with Misty and Becky on a grant proposal to hopefully get the park paved. So this is an Impact 100 group out of Ozark. They're awarding one for $10,000 and one for $40,000. So either we get the handicap spots paved or the entire lot paved, assuming that we win the grant.
That's great.
Great, yeah.
That's great. Thank you. Robert?
Good evening, guys and gals. Not a whole lot going on as of yet. We do have a few new permits issued this month. One of those being the new place down at the park. We also completed a couple of homes that were being worked on. One being the first home in the new, what they call the Black Powder Ridge, or the old trailer park. It was completed and sold, and it's already being lived in. We also completed another one at 189 Walnut Street, and this is actually one that we tried to condemn early on. We got it sold, tore down, and rebuilt, and it is actually up for sale on the market. So, and then we also finished the demo on the old theater building here in town. So, any questions for me?
No, thank you. Okay, there is no existing business. New business discussion and approval to endorse Ozark Film as the official film commission for the city of Sparta.
If I may, Bruce?
Yes, you may.
Hi there. Hello all. I'm John Farmer, military. I'm Missouri's only certified film commissioner. And I stand here before you today to invite you to what I think is an interesting economic development initiative, which is to bring film and TV movie series to your town. And in case you're all not aware, 2 years ago, the state of Missouri began offering incentives to bring producers to the state at $16 million a year. And so after really not a whole lot since Winter's Bone in 2010, all of a sudden the Ozarks are very popular. But what we don't have a lot of is infrastructure and a lot of support for movie producers and TV producers who want to come here and work, like trained crew and locations. And so what we did is we set up a film commission, and we are being endorsed by different governments around the Ozarks, the cities of Rockaway Beach, the city of Forsyth, the city of Mansfield. We have proposals in front of buildings like in the Ozarks and other towns. And we come before Sparta today seeking your endorsement to serve you and be your film commission at no cost to you. We're entirely self-funded, and we're a nonprofit. So what this means is that when a producer comes to town and they want to work, they want to look for something, say like a cave, they'll call up the film commission, us, and say, do you know any caves? And we say, well, yeah, actually, we do know of a cave. There's one Honey Branch Cave 2 miles east of here. And so that's exactly what happened about 2 years ago. I don't know if you know this, but a movie was made near Sparta called Reveille. It's up on Tubi right now. It's a World War II drama. I had no idea that Sparta can double as the Northern Italian front in 1942, but it does. And so movies are being made in the Ozarks. A lot of them are being made, and we like the Ozarks to be part of it. Usually this business goes to St. Louis and Kansas City, but it can come here. And so what we want to do for you is we like to represent you to the film industry, to the TV producers, and say, when they come to town, talk to our film commission people. You don't need to hire staff. You don't need to pay a dime. You're not looking for a penny of economic support. Just your philosophical support and an endorsement. It's a one-page form that says that we can serve you. That's all we're looking for. Then we will build a location database and put your properties in there, your public properties, and any private people who want to do this as well. And when someone calls, we'll say, yeah, go to Sparta, and, this is Sparta, go there. And so that's all we're looking for. I prepared some talking points for you. So for example, what we're doing right now with the City of Rockaway Beach, we're sending some students down there to do some student filmmaking. That's our effort to train new filmmakers, local filmmakers. That's our effort to try to keep people, our youngsters, in the Ozarks. Because a lot of times they leave for LA or they leave for Atlanta. We like to keep them home. We also have a lot of graduates coming out of our schools, so they take off as soon as they graduate. We like to keep them here. Again, I'm the state's only certified film commissioner, which means that I'm bound by a code of ethics of having no conflicts of interest. And everything that we're doing right now is 100% for free. So all we are is just simply more or less a point of contact for the city.
Can we see the one page that you
Yes.
had?
This is the endorsement form that's used around the world. It's pretty bulletproof. I think your city attorney would probably be all right with that. I'd be happy to answer the questions. My card there, real. Pass this down to us. So I worked at Miramax Films, Discovery Channel, National Geographic. I grew up on McCracken Road. That's on top of Howard Garrison's shop over there way back. If anyone remembers, back in the 70s, quite a while back. So Sparta is where everything began for me, and so it's really kind of home. And really love to represent you if you could. To give you an idea of some of the services we provide, say a producer calls you and they need maybe to close a road or they need a park or something like that. We handle all that permitting, all that information gathering. So we just come to you and say, this is what the producer filmmaker needs. And we try to make it just as simple as possible for you. That's called film friendliness, and that's really our job, is to make every city that we represent film friendly to the industry. The economic effects are pretty significant. A single day of shooting can yield anywhere from $3,500 to $1 million a day. That's what these productions spend. That's direct spend, or direct spending. The long-term induced tourism effect is significant too. The other place I grew up, in addition to Sparta, was Mansfield. And so Mansfield has a little house on the prairie. And way back in the day, my dad was the airport manager there in the 82, and the show ended in 83. And even in those days, they were getting planes coming in of tourists. They wanted to go see the home, as a museum. They've gotten 30,000 visitors a year since 1983. Very town of 1,200 people. All of them buying ice cream, all of them going to the gas station, all of them going to whatever restaurant's there. So, when your name appears on the screen, it's significant. And right this minute, I have a filmmaker from Branson and Carson Knudsen who's looking for a cake. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm happy to answer your questions, any questions about this. I think it's pretty exciting. This money lasts until 2029. That's when it sunsets. But we think the state is pretty, we know that they're supportive of this because Ozark, the TV show, went to Georgia because we didn't have the incentive in place. So I think we've learned our lesson. And now we're all working real hard to attract as much business here and train as many of our locals to work in these jobs as possible. And that's a big part of our work too. So again, we're glad to support the endorsement. It's the mayor or responsible official to sign it. And with that, we get to work. We send you a welcome package. We would start photographing your most significant locations, get them into our locations database, and start promoting you to all the multiplexers. And being a member of the Association of Film Commissioners International, that means that Sparta and the Ozarks are not at the same level as Iceland, Hawaii, Paris, Tokyo. That means you're internationally recognized and visible to the entire district. So the hope is an attractive proposition. It's no cost, and since I'm certified, it's no risk.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do y'all have any questions?
Do you think you'll be voting anytime soon? Should we go, leave, or how do you guys do this?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so the next thing is we will just kind of discuss it and vote on it.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
a motion to endorse Ozark Film as the official film commission for the city of Sparta.
Alderman Guerra makes a motion to approve to endorse Ozark Film as the official film commission for the city of Sparta. Alderman Bushman, second the motion. Alderman Harlage.
Yes.
Alderman Guerin.
Yes.
Alderman Losh.
Yes.
Alderman Bushman.
Yes.
The motion to approve to endorse Ozark Film as the official film commission for the city of Sparta is approved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good work and look forward to working with you. Thank you.
We'll get that signed and everything. You have an email I can send it to?
Yes, John at Ozark's phone. It's on.
Oh, you emailed me, so we'll get this executed.
All right.
Sent to you.
All right. Thanks. Well, I look forward to working with you all. We all do.
Thank
You
you.
all are going to let you get back to your meeting. And thank you again.
Okay, discussion and approval of holding tanks at locations in the industrial park drive areas.
Do you want to talk about this one?
Sure.
Robin's done the legwork on this.
So in our ordinances, it specifically states that no one can put in or maintain a septic system or a storage tank. After meeting with our engineer out there at Industrial Park Road, seeing that it's on the top side of the sewer plant, it's going to make it very expensive to get gravity sewer out there to them. So instead of doing that, our options are here before us, either to spend the ungodly amount of money to service 2, possibly 3 buildings, allow them a storage tank. Now, we've talked about a septic tank, but our engineer does not think that that is a wise idea with how close we are to the well, our main well up there on Farm Circle, or Farm Lane. So the builder has asked if he could put in a storage tank, and since it says specifically in our ordinances that he can't, that would require a variance from you guys to do so.
And it would be normally they would have to have it pumped out.
So yeah, it would just be as simple as a concrete tank in the ground. Their sewage would go into that concrete tank, and they would have to have a pump truck come and pump it out every so often. The buildings that are going up there as of now have seen permit applications for, it's just as simple as a toilet and a sink. It's just gonna be a shop, a toilet and a sink, so it won't be nothing major. It's like, as in showers or, someone living there, it's more of a shop.
And if we chose not to, then it would cost, these are the costs that cost the city to do that.
So in the prices too, that is only to get it part of the way to their buildings. So they would still be required to put in some kind of a pump station at their residence or at their property to pump it to a gravity sewer line. That is gonna be probably another 500 feet away from their property.
Yeah, and also, if I'm right, all that property's already sold, what's gonna be
Correct.
there?
Yes.
So you have to work with everybody. Really, so. Yeah. I feel like I'm just.
I think that they're gonna take the cost.
If they're gonna. I make a motion to approve the holding tanks at locations in the industrial park drive area. I second.
Alderman Guerra makes a motion to approve the holding tanks at locations in the industrial park drive area. Alderman Losh, second the motion. Alderman Harlage.
Yes.
Alderman Guerin.
Yes.
Alderman Losh.
Yes.
Alderman Bushman.
Yes.
A motion to approve the holding tanks at locations in the district park drive area has been approved. Okay, discussion and approval regarding the request of Kyle. Can you? Kyle?
Thank you. I'm here to suggest a policy of sales tax on liquor in the city of Sparta and to increase time restrictions on the sales of liquor barring the sales of liquor on Sunday, and increasing the sale limitations on liquor from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. to make it 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. And these policies come from the CDC's recommendations for proven strategies to prevent excessive alcohol use and lower alcohol-related harms. These are found on our federal government's CDC website. For policies, proven strategies that states and communities can select and enforce. These include set and enforce limits on number of places of liquor and distance between them, raise taxes on liquor, set and enforce limits on days and hours when people can buy liquor, enhance enforcement of laws that prohibit the sale of liquor to people younger than 21, and avoid further privatization of alcohol sales. They also go on to show data on the effects of excessive alcohol use as well as alcohol-related harms in the United States. 178,000 Americans every year die from alcohol use. Alongside that, in our nation, from the most recent data available from 2010 prior to inflation, the excessive drinking costs in the United States cost $249 billion. Loss from labor and lower work performance in the workplace, 72%. Property damage and crashes in criminal justice, 17%. And healthcare costs for injuries, 11%. And on the website, added to these costs is the toll on human health, quality of life, safety, and well-being. I believe these tax dollars that could be generated in the city of Sparta can be used to help fund public education, public safety and policing, as well as public infrastructure and public projects. Any questions?
So basically, I actually have it cut off here on how Missouri actually determines the alcohol taxes and such for the state itself. So that's not something, I mean, if that's something that we were to take on locally, I mean, it's not anything that we can decide as a board. We would actually have to put it out and put it on a ballot because that's something that has to be voted on. So it's not all of the requirements or requests that you have made actually would have to go on a ballot. It's not something that we would have the authority to set that. That would have to be for the voters.
A ballot measure in the city or the state?
For the city. Yeah. Yeah, so it would have to be something that would be put on a ballot and voted on from there.
But it also states on there that it's up to like 11%.
Yeah, 11% is max.
We have to go by the state.
Yeah, state max is 11.225%.
So that's something to consider in policy to help raise money for our police, so help independendize the police from.
The state already puts a 4.something%.
4.225.
Yeah, and that is on top of what we already collect citizens. So it would be defeating our own purpose. I mean,
It would be requesting additional taxes from the city, as well as increasing the limitations on alcohol sales when the legal times during the day that
that
alcohol
would
could be
have, the
sold.
sales tax wouldn't have anything to do with that.
These are two separate measures.
And our hours of when liquor can be consumed, sold, whatever, matches the state, we mirror the state on that.
Which is 6 a.m. to 1:30 a.m. Monday through Saturday, and from 9 a.m. to midnight on Sundays. That's what the hours are.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're going to go to, or I'll make a motion to deny the request from Kyle.
too. 'cause-
Yeah.
Okay, because he brought
And
that.
if that's gonna be done, we're gonna be addressing every board. Because we can't change things.
You did start.
So I already did.
Yeah.
Are you finished then?
Not everybody wants that, we can want.
I second the motion to deny.
Alderman Bushman makes a motion to deny the request from Kyle Inu. Alderman Loshman second the motion. Alderman Arledge.
Yes.
Alderman Guerin.
Yes.
Alderman Losh.
Yes.
Alderman Bushman.
Yes.
The motion to deny the request from Kyle Inu is denied. Discussion and approval of sealed bids for the 2008 Crown Vic.
Yeah. Should be pretty. Me too. Yeah, they were supposed to have.
Okay, so we have one bid for 1,628 from a Tim Kaya. And $650 from Heather Usher.
Sixteen got it pretty good, didn't it?
I guess.
You did.
Grab this one.
Was there just two?
Yeah, there were just two.
I don't know if this is a good place to do this or not, especially with being out in the open like it is. I had somebody come to me from a certain task force that buys a lot of illegal substances, and they would be very interested in using that type of vehicle for said, I don't want to say too much,
Right.
but you understand what I'm saying. One of our local drug task force asked us if we would be interested in donating that car to them for the purpose of curtailing drug trafficking. So, is that worth
That's what I was doing
$1,620?
last time, is if we could get a receipt for whatever if we donate it. It's not like we're not getting anything, we can get a tax receipt, whatever you wanna make it for. If they want to give us a receipt,
Well, yeah.
that'd be the right to go, I would say, unless you got something.
Does our city ordinance, but did we put this out to bid and now then we are, you don't have to,
We do not have to accept.
Right, we did not have to. No, that's how I always worded.
okay. So I would ask you to consider that instead of accepting that bid. And I think it would be, that car's been used for law enforcement purposes for a lot of years. And I think this would be just a continuation of that kind of activity. So if you would be interested and willing to do that, I would be gratefully appreciated. But if not, I would love to use the money as well. So I don't care, whatever you would decide.
Yeah, I'd say that. You know, you can just ask for a receipt for $2,500.
Well-
I love it when they would do that. Well, you had a question, there was a
Well,
pause.
we can just do a donation after they get to them.
Okay,
I mean, because we can deny these bids because you have valid points there. And if we're not getting, you didn't get bids big enough.
I think it would be much better utilized in that realm than it would be in the public.
So you want to approve donating it?
We'll have to deny all bids first. And then we can't donate until the next meeting. I'm sorry.
No, I get it.
That's separate.
Okay.
Because that wasn't.
Well, that didn't happen until the last couple of weeks, whenever I told them that we were gonna try to sell it, so.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Apparently one year. She apparently learned about yourself.
And tonight, the field bids.
I make a motion to deny the sealed bids for the 2008 Crown Vic.
Second.
Alderman Losh makes a motion to deny the sealed bids received for the 2008 Crown Victoria. Alderman Arledge, second the motion. Alderman Arledge,
Yes.
Alderman Guerin,
Yes.
Alderman Losh,
Yes.
Alderman Bushman.
Yes.
The motion to deny the sealed bids for the 2008 Crown Victoria is denied. Okay, discussion and approval of the Sparta Park Board appointments. So as Gage had stated, we had three that left, and we had 2 applications that were received. Yeah, well, then we can start. Yeah.
No, I mean,
I make a motion to approve the Sparta Park Board appointments. Alyssa and Travis Price.
I'll second.
Alderman Guerin makes a motion to approve to appoint Alyssa Binky, Travis Price to the Sparta Park Board. Alderman Bushman, second the motion. Alderman Arledge,
Yes.
Alderman Guerin,
Yes.
Alderman Losh,
Yes.
Alderman Bushman.
Yes.
The motion to approve the Sparta Park Board appointments are approved. Okay, discussion and approval of the 2025-2026 City of Sparta annual budgets.
No, not really. I mean, it usually does end every year.
We had one of work at keeping everything up and going. So we're getting better.
Okay.
But we're still, inflation. So we can.
Right.
Yeah, our budget is kind of tight. We'll start our audit process, we can't start until August for our audit, and we have to go to the flyer agendas. And we were really tight on stuff, but it's coming back around. Especially with the growth that we're getting. That's how it's a lot.
And I'll review them earlier this week.
I make a motion to approve the 2025-2026 City of Sparta annual budget. Second.
Alderman Guerin makes a motion to approve the 2025-2026 City of Sparta annual budget. Alderman Marsh second the motion. Alderman Arledge.
Yes.
Alderman Guerin.
Yes.
Alderman Marsh.
Yes.
Alderman Bushman. The motion to approve the 2025-2026 City of Sparta annual budget is approved. There are no closed session matters. Miscellaneous, I was just gonna mention that, we were contacted, we've had several complaints about people parking on 14 right there in front of Muddy Creek. So I reached out to MoDOT. MoDOT is actually gonna put signs up, that says no parking from this point to the intersection to kind of push people back. So those should be going up probably in the next several weeks. So if you have any complaints or anybody comes to you. Yes.
We have an update on the tool and walnut combination we've been working on for at least a couple of years now. It will switch hands, they're closing on Friday. And I've informed them to let them know that they need to come get demolition permit and a place for it to come down. We got it.
That was when I first started.
They didn't know,
Yeah. That's
but
it.
there's still that on the new home that was built. Yeah. It was, Robert has taken a lot of pictures of that thing. So there's that one. Yeah, and I've started process again with the 1612 practice, and I did it on 163 Bill, by the doctor's office that look at lead pathways. And I'm waiting on the attorney to answer me hopefully tomorrow, because we should just be able to set up a hearing with Misty, me, and Robert, and get that taken care of, so we can, if they don't do it in 30 days, we will put it out to bid.
We have any,
Back on that, there's
what about the, over by the Mexican restaurant where the leak was? I think all that's left is seed and straw, Robert?
Yes.
It,
I honestly haven't done it because there's a trash can dumpster that sits right on top of it. I don't think I'll be able to get grass to grow on it. So, I don't know.
yeah,
Because the Mexican restaurant uses
Well,
that
that's
area
right.
as a storage for their dumpster.
I wonder if we can move that.
I had to move it during and shortly after, and then they put it right back, so.
Like, can I move it? Can you move it just so I can do this?
Yeah.
Like, I just need it for this. Because I mean, otherwise, it's a big dirt spot. I know it'll probably eventually grow grass, but we can help it out a little bit.
We can do that.
Very good.
Well, you guys are gonna be doing the concrete and asphalt for one too, filling in.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, like the North Street.
yes,
that
all the road
piece.
cuts that have been done, one for a culvert, two for, water additions, and then there's one on Maple Street for a water leak, so, yes, we're hopefully, the weather gets better, we can get some dry days, and we can get some concrete in those spots.
Perfect.
So,
Thank you.
welcome.
That's all I have. What about it?
It's not up yet. I am trying to find the same post that was on it before, and I'm struggling. If we don't use the same post, we'll have to cut out concrete and dig it all up and put new concrete in. So I'm trying to just find the correct post, but I'm having trouble finding it on anywhere I look. So that might be, we may end up having to cut it out and redo it.
Anything else?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Alderman Guerra makes the motion to adjourn. Alderman Bushman second the motion. Alderman Arledge.
Yes.
Alderman Guerin.
Yes.
Alderman Lush.
Yes.
Alderman Bushman. June 1st, 2020. June 10th, 2025 regular Board of Alderman meeting closes at 6:49 PM. Shows that I just read off that.
One
paper.
member.